Hello everyone. Hope you're all good. And so today I have got yet another new fan. This is a 2000s GT 12-inch desk fan. Now, I got this fan today. I got this fan from my college. It was one of their old fans that they were getting rid of. So, this GT 12-inch desk fan belonged to my sports teacher, and this was her fan, and she'd had it for maybe about 10-14 years, and it is one of my college's older fans that they've just had ever since, and they've still got them laying about somewhere. So my sports teacher, this was, as I said, this was her fan, and she'd had it for quite some years, and she used it in her classroom a lot. Like when it was really, really hot in the summer, she used to have it out. Sometimes she used to have it out. Because my college is one specific place that where fans are needed quite a lot in the summer. Because it's just a building that gets quite hot in the summer. So a lot of some of the staff at my college, they would take a fan, or because some of the classes at my college have got two fans in the class at the exact same time. So they used to get, when early this summer when it was getting more hotter, when it was getting more hotter, like as the spring months left and the summer came on, when it started getting hot, my college used to, the members of staff who work at my college, they come into some rooms and take a fan for their class. So it was just like that. So my sports teacher didn't particularly want anyone to take her fan here. She didn't want anyone to take it. Or steal it, as she likes to call it. That's funny. So she didn't want anyone to take it. She didn't want anyone to take her fan. So she didn't want anyone to take it. So she used to keep it in her cupboard, and so nobody would find it. Because she wouldn't be very happy if she saw her GT 12-inch desk fan here, someone else had taken it. She wouldn't like that, not one bit. So she used to hide it in her cupboard, hoping nobody would find it, and as she locked the door on her cupboard, nobody could get in there. So and I don't think, I wouldn't have wanted anyone in my college to use this GT 12-inch because it's in a bit of a state. So I wouldn't have really wanted anyone to use it except my sports teacher, because it's her fan. She chooses to do what she wants, but I didn't really want anyone else taking this, so I just didn't take it. No, sorry. So the staff who work at my college, they needed to look for fans for classrooms when it got really, really hot, and my sports teacher didn't want anyone to take her fan here. So nobody would. So she used to keep it hidden in her cupboard, and that's it. And then I got it off her this afternoon. She gave it to me. She was going to give it to me at a later date, but as she said to me that as it's broken, might as well give it to you today. So that's what she said. So yeah. So we'll just turn it to the side. Here's the side for you. Here's the back for you. Did have some writing there, but I've tried my best to get that off. And it's just all smudged up now, but I managed to get it off, not a problem. And yeah, so now we'll just tilt it underneath the base, not got much. It's wall mountable as well because it's got 2 holes. Yeah, it's got a bit of writing. It's got a bit of writing there as well. As you can wall mount it. QC pass. It's still got all the rubber feet, which is good. Now, I've got to admit that it doesn't work very well. So it does work, but it spins very, very slowly, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to need WD-40 inside the motor to make it spin better, because WD-40 does help. WD-40 does help with fans' motors. I've got some WD-40. Might have to pop some in it. And so yeah, so it spins very slowly, and even when I used it this morning when I was a bit hot, when I was doing my work, when I was doing some work, and I used it this morning. Yeah, it was very slow, but it just is. Yeah, so low speed isn't particularly good. So we can now switch it on, start it on the low speed. See, that's quite slow. Not the greatest. That is very, very slow. So that's the lowest speed setting. That's the medium speed setting. Sped up it's sped up a little bit, but it's a bit noisy as well, as in the motor's making a funny noise. Got a bit of power to it, but I'd give it some WD-40 if I was myself. I'd give it WD-40. Yes, that's still a bit sluggish. I don't think it's supposed to go at that speed. Very quiet though. Probably not supposed to be that quiet. So it's the medium speed setting. That's the highest speed setting. Speeds up a bit now. Yes, highest speed setting is a bit better, but not particularly good. Right, let's test oscillation. Oscillation still works as well. Yeah. So it's alright. Not brilliant, but it's alright. Yeah, so it's not great. So yeah, so just switch it back to low speed. I swear that it spins even slower when it gets to low speed. Yeah, it's definitely not supposed to go at that speed. Yeah, should not go at that speed. That's virtually not blowing out much air at all. The motor's making a slight buzzing as well, I can hear. It should not go at that speed. Not at all. Virtually very, very little air coming out of that. So yeah, so not brill. That's how it's had heavy use, because it just needs WD-40. Now just watch these spin down. So yeah, so I'm gonna get it done up. Hopefully, if it's not tonight, then it'll either be tomorrow or Friday night. I don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and see ya.